You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hi, General Hospital fans. Well, the writing is on the wall, and we've got some hot new couples forming. One is a pair I was hoping would never manifest. Another one has been on a very slow will they or won't they burn. And the third just came out of the blue this week, but I think it has great potential. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and we're going to talk about these three couples and which ones could be happily ever after and which may crash and burn. And if you're not subscribed, please click that button. So first, let's talk about the couple I was hoping would never happen, even though the writing was on the wall and they were clearly headed there. And that is Natalia Rogers-Ramirez and Sonny Corinthos. I mean, come on. You know, she's acting pretty nice now, but we all know Natalia is not a very nice lady. Her kids don't like her for good reason. And to me, she's grating and has no reason to be staying in Port Charles. I love the actress. Don't get me wrong. Eva LaRue is great. Problem is, I think they brought Natalia in maybe short term to be this terrible, hateful, judgy, bossy, controlling parent to Blaze. And then they decided they wanted to keep her and they want us to embrace her, but we don't have amnesia, you know? So just why not write Natalia as a better role from the start, or exit Natalia, get rid of her because she's terrible, and bring back Eva as a better character. I mean, Michael Easton had, 4 characters? Roger Howarth had 3 on GH, Manning, Franco, and Austin. Just write her a new one and then put that new person with Sonny, somebody that has some fans that might actually like her. Anyway, you know, Sonny has issues making good choices about his love life, and on top of that, he's a cheater and he tends to explode. He holds grudges and he tends to burn down good things in his life, which makes him a fun and complex and enticing male character, you know? I mean, most people I know, or a lot of people, are holding out hope for him and Carly to reunite, but honestly, I like her better with Jack Brennan. It's new, and I feel like Carly and Sonny are played out, at least for now. I actually liked Nina with Sonny. I know fans either loved or hated that pair, and he's still got a soft spot for her, and honestly, I'd much rather see him get back with Nina than this thing happening with Natalia. But no, it's happening. It sure looks like Sonny is going to be hooking up with Natalia as soon as his poor suffering heart can take it. I expect them possibly to hit the sheets on this planned trip to LA to see the cardiologist. And just one side note, I'm not sure Sonny has a real heart problem. I mean, obviously he thinks he does. He's had issues the last couple of months, which coincides with how long Cyrus has been playing games with Digitalis. And I just wonder if he somehow has been slipping Sonny some low-dose Digitalis in his meds, his favorite whiskey, his morning coffee, something, and a low dose of it would actually cause heart problems like this. So we'll see. All right, next, let's talk about the slow burn couple, the will they or won't they, because I was cheering at my TV this week when we finally got real sparks. I'm talking about Ava Jerome and Ric Lansing. OMG. I love Rick Hearst, and I am so glad they brought him back. I actually like him better as a silver fox now than I did when he first came on and was younger and, you know, dark haired. I like the silver fox thing. But if you listen here often, you also know I love villains, and he is such a bad, bad boy. Nina warned Ava he doesn't care about anything but himself and money. And on this recent episode, Rick pushed back and told Ava he knows about the warnings, but he vowed to be there for her. And then Rick gave Ava a sizzling kiss. It was hot. And he does seem to be doing right by her. You know, Rick went and found that apartment for Ava that she can afford as part of her legal strategy. And he's basically working for free on her custody case, which, you know, I'm sure Rick enjoys partly because he is no fan of his brother, Sonny. And any chance Rick gets to mess with Sonny's life, he's ready to make it happen. Aside from that, Rick and Ava, I think, are a really good match. They are both morally gray, you know, dark gray, and willing to do whatever to get what they want. and to keep the people they love in their lives. And let's face it, it's not like his first love, Liz Weber, was going to get back with him. Like it or not, she and Lucky are getting closer by the day, and Ava's got no romantic prospects. And, she doesn't have to hide who she is from Ric, and he does not have to pretend with her either. Ava knows the kind of villainous guy that Ric is, and vice versa. Whether that means they're a match made in heaven or in hell, I don't know. I just know I like it. One last thought on their romance. Ric's got a lot of regrets about not being more present in Molly's life when she was growing up. So in a way, Ric might see this as a second chance. He could stick around with Ava, play stepdaddy to Avery, which would bring the bonus of infuriating Sonny, but would also give Ric another chance at being a father to a kid. All right, the last couple is the one that came out of nowhere, but it seems to have legs. There was chemistry, there were sparks. I was blindsided and intrigued. And I'm talking about Molly Lansing-Davis and Cody Bell. Technically, I guess he's Cody Scorpio. Anyone else see those sparks flying at the PCPD jail, or is it just me? Cody's in debt to lady mobster Selena Wu. He tried to bully Spinelli into giving him cash, and then he punched Lucky Spencer in the face. So, all this isn't really about Lucky or Spinelli or Selena. Cody is really salty still about losing Sasha Gilmore because they're cousins. And I would say he's probably going to unhinge more when he finds out she's pregnant. Meanwhile, Molly Lansing is grieving the loss of her long-term relationship with TJ Ashford and the loss of the baby she was hoping to adopt from surrogate Christina. Not that her sister was ever going to give her that baby, but that was her life plan. So both Molly and Cody are ripe for a rebound romance. She showed up to let Cody know if he pays for the damages to Charlie's because of the fight, then her sister won't press charges. And he was annoyed by Molly and called her Little Miss Perfect. And then Molly told Felicia he's a jackass and compared him to Christina. Act first, think later. So Cody doesn't like her and she doesn't like him, but they had chemistry. I saw it. And in addition to loving villains, one of my favorite soap and romance novel tropes is enemies to lovers. And let's be real, Molly's been with good guy TJ a long time. He's loyal, he's well educated, he has a great job, he's a steady, solid guy. Cody is not any of that. He is a hot, stable hand cowboy with a temper who drinks too much sometimes and acts out like a sexy toddler. Maybe that is what Molly needs, somebody completely unlike TJ. Remember when she cheated with Brando when TJ was kidnapped, but she thought he dumped her? Brando, God rest Johnny Wactor's soul, was a bit of a bad boy himself. Blue collar, handsome garage guy, mechanic who smelled of motor oil and trouble. So yeah, I can totally see Molly making a big mistake by hooking up with Cody, and they both need to relieve some stress. Now let's talk real quick about which of these three new couples has staying power. I know Natalia and Sonny won't be long-term happily ever after because he never stays too long with any woman. He may bounce back to Carly or to Nina, who knows. As for Ric and Ava, I can see them burning hot and intense, but ultimately one of them doing something to infuriate the other and they break up. But I can also see them being one of those soap couples that is on and off again for years, burns hot and cold, kind of like Carly and Sonny used to do in the early days. As for Molly and Cody, I could actually see them going the distance. He's got a lot of untapped potential, and Molly could help him figure out the man he wants to be. Cody needs a steady influence in his life, and Molly needs a little excitement to take a walk on the wild side. They might actually have staying power as a couple.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.